Welcome to your daily focus for August the 9th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, I missed you yesterday, and the reason why is because I jumped on a train to go and visit my daughter. She's just moved into her new apartment. She wanted to show it off to me and show me around the neighborhood. And so, needless to say, I didn't get back, and I was exhausted. I was exhausted because we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked. So on my way there, of course, I'm wearing a white blouse and I spill coffee on it. And then I get there, and her new roommate, we start talking about sage and purifying the apartment. And, my daughter, right, did you bring your cards, Mom? I said, well, no. Like, you can go home then. So I said, okay, so here's the plan then. While we're walking around, I just want to get a cheap t-shirt and just something to throw on because my other one's full of coffee stains now, and I just won't feel comfortable walking around all day with coffee stains right down the front of it. And we'll find a deck of tarot cards and do some readings. So when we get back, before I jump back on the train. So we go into the section, so really, Spirit, Source, God, my angels, my spirit guides, throws me into the city of 3 million plus people. And we're walking around her part of the neighborhood. And we're going to buy a t-shirt, and we're going to buy some tarot cards. And that's our mission. And we're going to take our time doing it. We're just looking. And so we're wandering around. And we find these t-shirts, it's like 3 for $10. So, okay, so bonus. Got lots of t-shirts. Got one for my daughter, 2 for me. So we're walking around, and every place that we saw, it was kind of like, it was little tiny businesses and almost inside of homes. And it was like block after block after block of this kind of scenario where it was, people selling things on their lawn and others looking more like a storefront. And one was all plants and lots of little cafes and eateries tucked away in there with like seating for 8, And so we weren't really asking anybody if they sold tarot decks or where we could purchase one. And we were just walking around, and we saw incense, or we saw gems or stones, or candles, or aromas, things like that. We'd peek in, and we couldn't find anywhere. After a couple of hours, we couldn't find any sign of a tarot deck anywhere to be found. So it's like 2 hours in, and we're walking down, and here's this woman, and she's got some old books, and she's got some jewelry, and she's got knickknacks. And I said, you wouldn't happen to have a tarot deck? And this is the first time I bring it up to anybody. And she thinks for a minute. She says, I have one. So we went in, we crawled around, and we found this one tarot deck, and it is called Witch's Tarot. So I decided to use it tonight. See, the story was going somewhere. So let's find out what the energy is going to be for us with these cards. I just feel, I was drawn to this deck, and it's so beautiful. Just wait till you see these cards. It's so beautiful, and I don't know, I just immediately fell in love with them. Of course, it was the only deck, so I didn't really have much of a choice on what it was going to be, but I thought, if I were searching for a deck, this would definitely be one that I would want to purchase. And here it was, I was led to it. Look at this, we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is the first card, and I haven't really looked at a lot of these cards yet, but Queen of Cups is love yourself. Now here she's sitting in a shell on a beach. There's white roses. It looks like there's a bouquet on her lap, and there's white roses, and a trail of white roses. So where does that trail lead? Or maybe the small beauty leads up to the amazing beauty, which is sitting right there in front of us. She looks content. She looks happy. It looks like a beautiful day. She's near the water. And she really is just beautiful. We need to understand that about ourselves. This is a day of giving gratitude for who you are, embracing who you are, loving who you are. I know I sound like a broken record. I know I do. King of Swords. So we have the Queen of Cups with the King of Swords. Now, he's strong. What does he have there? Does he have a falcon? I'll have to look closer later. Receiving the messages. My son's been playing with the computer too, because I tried like the last 3 hours. Kept checking my computer. It wouldn't turn on. It kept restarting and restarting. I thought, oh. My son was on my computer, and now I notice that this autofocus is back on. So I'll have to turn that off. I'm sorry if it's disrupting anybody. I will make sure of it. We hold that sword high. There's a strength. There's an empowerment. There's a I can. I will. I am. And the Eight of Swords. A change in perception. Seeing the truth. Seeing the truth within being truthful to ourselves. Of what has been holding us back. Here we have this beautiful castle in the background. And it's slightly covered by a fog or a mist, or maybe it's just that far away still. And I would have to assume that's water behind us. And we stand there on the shore, and it looks like the swords are around us, but I don't think there's one behind us. I think we could have turned around all along it and went towards our path. It has been awaiting our presence. Well, this is a day where we rip off that blindfold. This is a day where we probably make some strong decisions. So, we have the King of Swords right there in the middle saying it's time to make some choices. It's time to make some decisions. It's time to think about what doesn't work for us anymore. What doesn't bring in value to our life anymore. It's got to honor us. That's the first card here, the Queen of Cups. It's got to honor us, our abilities, our talents, our beauty, of who we are. King of Swords is the I can do this. I'm strong. I'm going to make this decision because it's the right decision. I'm a king. I'm a diplomat. And I'm a crusader. And I'm a high thinker. And I'm confident and I'm determined. And if you can put confidence and determination behind where you truly want to go in life, what you really want to do, who you really want to be, I get a sense with this card that this is where we have to take away our excuses. This is where we, if we decide not to use this energy wisely, in 6 months, in a year, we're turning around and we're saying, well, I couldn't because, it was this. Unfortunately, that was in my way. Allowing those limitations to still hold you back. This is a time to really be honest with yourself and seek through the limitations. Today is August the 9th, so 9. 9 is the Hermit. 9 is thinking, pulling it in, understanding. The Hermit is one who goes into the desert, goes into the cave, and thinks about the plan, taps into his intuition or her intuition and knowledge and wisdom, and devises the plan for how we are truly going to go forward, a tangible way forward, one that honors us, one that strengthens us. And 9 is completions, it's letting go. We have August the 9th, 2017 is an 8, and 9 is a 17, and the 1 is an 18. So we come back to the 9 again. So I think 18 is the moon, right? When we are coming off this, when we are in the energy, we're not coming off of anything, we are in the energy of this full moon eclipse that happened in Aquarius. But now the moon has moved into Pisces. It's making us go deep, spiritual, connecting with the beauty within us. Oh, where should we go? I want to get the good tarot going here. I know it's not an angel card, but I want to try all the new decks today. Let's try something new, something different. You know, and that's going to be uncomfortable. Whatever your decision is, you are not going to feel comfortable in those shoes. So if you're feeling comfortable, you need to be a little bit more honest with yourself. And today's the day when the energy is promoting you to do that, is going to give you the signs, the clues, the thoughts, the ideas. So, and this is kind of like an affirmation kind of deck, I think. So what's our affirmation going to be here? We have the Chariot. Are we pulling back on those reins? Are we understanding there's the white horse and the dark horse, okay? The light and the dark. Yin and yang. Up and down. Right and left. It's about bringing in balance and understanding the balance. Bringing those horses in as a team, working together instead of against each other. Finding the harmony. Understanding, well, where we truly want to go, so that we can actually go forward, so that there can be a focus on the correct path, the right path. Let's see what Chariot is victory. Okay, so here's your affirmation. Everything I have worked for, including the obstacles I have faced and overcome, is now part of this time of victory. Are you seeing your life as victory right now? Are you looking at the ugly? Are you looking at your failures? Are you looking at where you can't go forward? What's this card? It's time to take off the blindfold. And everything I have worked for, including the obstacles I have faced and overcome, is now part of this time of victory. I have learned to see all aspects of my life as essential to my growth. So the good, the bad, and the ugly all makes us who we are. And I'm sorry, but we seem to learn more or pay attention a little bit better when it's hard, not when the energy is easy. So be thankful for those obstacles because it made you who you are today, prepared for that path forward. I have fallen now, but I have risen again to live freely and truthfully, fearlessly and skillfully. So there you are. I have fallen, but now I am risen again. I have risen again. To live freely and truthfully, fearlessly and skillfully. And I have to have my animal cards still. I just love them. So we have the Chariot there, the number 7. Understanding the wisdom. So we can bring those two forces together, that we can bring the balance in, that we can bring the harmony in, because we have it within us through what we have experienced, through what we've gone through. And yes, the happy moments too. But I think we're in an energy when we start to get restless and uncomfortable because we want to go in new directions and step into new energy, we feel uncomfortable because we're not used to feeling that energy. And so we start to doubt ourselves. We start to look at the flaws, look at the failures, look at the reasons why we can't go forward. And the Eight of Swords says it all. We need to take off that blindfold. We need to understand that the path is awaiting us, that we are prepared, we are ready. But we've got this. King of Swords, we've got this. We can do that. And the Queen of Cups is because I deserve it, because I am worthy. Find your identity. The raccoon. Raccoon's been pretty popular in this last little while. Find your identity. I'm sorry for the lateness of this video and missing you yesterday. Truly I am. I did miss you. I should have brought my camera or something up with me. I didn't think ahead of time. I thought I'd be home lots of time. I didn't think I'd be as tired as I was, and I apologize. Hiding mirror, right destiny. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Raccoon tells you that you are hiding from your true self. All too often we lose our identity It can be connected to career, love, relationships, and even friendships. Relationships are a mirror of who you are at the time, and if your self-esteem is low and sad, you're going to attract low and sad. If your attention is towards, I'm a failure, I can't do it, I don't deserve it, trust me, you are inviting that energy in. You need to change your focus. You need to rip off that blindfold. You need to see the positive of who you are and where you can go in life. This is a time for it. Take advantage of it. Seize the moment. Seize the day. On the outside, the person or situation may be perceived as the life of the party, but inside they are crying with confusion. So are you putting on that smile and walking through like you got it all together and everything's okay? Be honest with yourself right now. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be worried about your step forward. It's okay to have that fear. Just don't let that fear consume you, swallow you up, eat you whole. It's never good to create relationships out of illusions and treat them as a patch or a quick fix for what you don't have in your life. They are supposed to be a complement to who you are and help you grow. Both of you, or all of you, if taking it in the context of friends, co-workers, career, neighborhood, family. Now, that doesn't mean you hermit yourself away until you figure it all out. It means you need to work on healing yourself to become the person you are meant to be. No matter what disappointment you have in your life, you have had in your life, you cannot forget to celebrate who you are. When that job promotion doesn't come through, or the person you hoped was the love of your life just leaves, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity of despair. But it means that you aren't in the right spot in your life to attract what you want. So take some time to change that. Take some time to be honest with yourself and raise your energy. We have some homework here. Write down 10 qualities that you love about yourself, and they don't have to be physical, but they can be. Now write down 10 qualities that you would like to work on, and then truly look at those qualities to see if they are fixable or are things that you are creating because you are sad. Eat right. Put the black colored clothes to the back of your closet. I think we talked about this yesterday too. Force yourself to wear a colorful shirt or scarf. Use positive affirmations. We've got our positive affirmation. Oh, you know what? This book, okay, the deck is the Witch's Tarot. At the back it has the perfect affirmation. It says, as I will it, so shall it be. As I will it, so shall it be. Anyways, back to Raccoon. Put on some music and dance. Use those positive affirmations. Put them all around your apartment, your house. Leave little notes for yourself. But surround yourself with positive. And cry. If you're feeling sad, when you feel sad, take some action instead of focusing on the morning. Mornings felt like a grief. Cry. And don't feel bad about crying. That is a healing all of its own. It's a beautiful healing. And we need to, we teach our children so early in life not to cry. It's healing. Allow the crying. Embrace the crying. Just don't stay there. But give it its time. Seek professional help if you feel suicidal or having dark thoughts, and know that it takes time to heal. Know that it took you so many years to get to this point. It's going to take time to heal. It's not going to be a magic pill. It's not going to happen overnight at the snap of a finger. Maybe with the eclipses, it could for a couple of you. But for the majority of us, it's going to take determination. It's going to take work. It's going to take an inner belief. A belief of ourselves, a belief of there's something bigger, more powerful than us, guiding us, leading the way, helping us upon our path. And don't pat your heart with any other toxic relationship. Okay, so if you're getting out of a relationship, it may not be the best time to get into a relationship. And if you are, then take it extremely slow. Enjoy the now. If that relationship is meant to be, it will be there in 6 months, a year, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years down the road. If it wasn't meant to be, It could take 50 years if you try and rush things and you try and jump the hurdles. This is a time to slow it down. With the Hermit as one of our cards, the Moon as another one of our cards, if we look at the numerology, it's telling us to slow it down. It's telling us to plan. It's telling us to see what it is that we have been maybe fibbing to ourselves about. Being determined and strong about doing what's best for us individually. And getting excited about a new path forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.